Hello and welcome to another Corax and Coffee unboxing video. Today we actually have something very special that we're finally doing. Been wanting to do this for a while. We are going to be unboxing a 2021 reprint of a 1989 game, and I'm sure many of you already know what this is. This is HeroQuest. But not only are we going to be unboxing the base game of the 2021 HeroQuest, we're also going to be unboxing everything that came in the Mythic expansion of the Kickstarter, or not Kickstarter, but crowdfunding campaign, as well as the new Keller's Keep Quest expansion pack and the Return of the Witchlord Quest expansion pack, all of which came in the crowdfunding unboxing. Crowdfunding campaign that Hasbro did back in 2020, 2021. And this is a game that's a reprint of the 1989 version that got so many gamers into the hobby, including myself back in the day. So let's go to the table and see what's in these boxes.
All right, so let's start with the main HeroQuest box. Got a components list on the back here. Over 70 detailed miniatures. I'm so excited about this. I've been waiting 30 years for them to re-release this game. Come on. Alright. And immediately we're hit with this art insert here. Oh, looks like... Oh, there are the miniatures right on top. Or at least many of them. Look at that. All right. So if we start with the dice, they're in there pretty snug. So here we have two standard D6 dice for movement, I assume. We have 6 of the custom dice that always come with HeroQuest. With skulls, skull, 3 skulls, and a hero shield, and a bad guy shield, and another hero shield, which I think is the exact same proportions as in the original game from 1989. This is not a not a comparison video per se. Maybe we'll do one of those in the future. And here we have the gargoyle. Look at that sculpt. Looks like these fish-looking guys, might replace the femurs from the original game. And we have a chaos warrior. And a couple troll-looking dudes. Troll or ogre looking dudes. I guess these are ogres. And then we have a couple different goblin sculpts. And then skeleton warriors. We get 4 of those. couple of mummies. And some kind of undead warrior. Doesn't really look like a zombie, but it could be. Not why they're sure why the zombie's holding weapons. Oh, just throwing pieces around here. And then we have 4 hero characters. So it looks like we have the dwarf, the barbarian, the... oh shoot, what is it? Maybe the fighter, and then the wizard here. And we have a chaos wizard. All right, and there are more miniatures in there, and they're in there pretty snug. And we have... this second tray has all of the furniture, it looks like, and this is actually quite hefty. Quite hefty. Let's actually put this box to the side here. And we have a huge deck of scoring pads, and this is probably twice as many scoring pads, character sheets as in the original game. But they look to be essentially identical, which is kind of cool. I didn't pull out the original game to compare, but these look very, very familiar and like the ones from 1989, and you get a whole bunch of them, which is fantastic. And then we have a very generous deck of cards, which I'll come back to. And this furniture, we have a bookcase here. It's a really nice plastic or resin. Kind of feels like resin, but I'm not sure. Bookcase. We get a whole bunch of doors. These are all open doors, it looks like. And you just get piles and piles of these things. And then you get this tomb. And you have a rack, torture rack, and an altar. And these are very hefty and seem to be very well made, high quality. You could paint them or not, of course, entirely up to you. And it looks like we have an alchemist's bench. Again, just, mirroring all of the furniture from the original game, but made in resin rather than plastic and cardboard. And a fireplace. Very, very nice components. Very nice components. And we have some treasure chests here. A couple of tables. Chair. Again, just like in the original game. Weapons rack. This one is, these still made very well. This one's a little bit flimsy, which kind of has to be just because it's a weapons rack, but just be careful not to break off pieces of this. It is softer plastic, not super hard, so hopefully it'll bend and be okay. And then we have a couple of sprues here. 3 sprues, actually. There's another one in there, which is the same. And they have little, you can see them, skulls on them. So who knows what those are for? Maybe those are just to add some flair. You can glue those on. I'm not sure why they included those, but there they are. And then there are more doors. Oh, here are closed doors. Compare the closed and open door sculpts. Very nice. Okay, so then we have this deck of cards, which I'm going to save till after. I'm going to pull out all this other stuff first. And at the very bottom of the box, just have this insert here. Nothing under that. Okay. So let's do the board. Move these cards out of the way. Oh, look at this. Look at that. This is basically the original board in all of its glory. It's hard to get it all in the frame there. It's got HeroQuest right there. It looks like it might not be the exact same dimensions of the original board, but it could be, and if not, it's close. This is just phenomenal. And it is single-sided. All right. So here, take this paper stuff off. We've got some cardboard punch-outs. Look at this. Oh, the stairs. The stairs where heroes begin and end quests. Oh, and there's a double-sided, so you have stairs straight down, or you have a spiral staircase. And then you have pit traps, and cave-ins, and skulls. A couple other things, secret doors, and these punch out well enough. It's not super high quality cardboard, but it works. You can clean up the edges. You can see that with a knife if you so choose, but they work. And then we have Zargon's screen here, which is very much like the original. Slightly different artwork, but it's the exact same style. And on the other side, we have a whole bunch of information about baddies, stats, and combat, and hero stats, and monsters, and whatnot. And here we have the rulebook, which I typically start with, but this is buried at the bottom of the box. And it's in color. The original rulebook was in black and white. Got a contents list, getting started, how Zargon sets up the game, nice illustrations, a glimpse into the world of HeroQuest. That should be fun to read. To begin a quest. And this rulebook is, you've got some diagrams there, which is nice for movement, and it looks like lines of sight. And this rulebook has a lot of text, but you should be able to get through it without too much trouble, especially if you're already familiar with the game. You should be able to get through this pretty quick, but it shouldn't take you more than half an hour. And it looks kind of fun. And this is the quest book, and I could be wrong about this. I believe when Hasbro did their crowdfunding campaign for HeroQuest a little over a year ago, they said that the quests were going to be the original quests in the book. I don't know if that's true, don't know if that's changed, but I'm not going to show all of these. I might show one or two at the beginning. So there is quest number 1 with all the setup instructions. And here is quest number 2. These look very familiar, so I think this might be the original quest book. And I'm going to leave the rest of this for you to discover on your own. And that is everything that comes in the main base box of HeroQuest. However, now we're going to open this special box that came with Mythic and Heroic contents. For those that I happen to back with the Mythic tier, so I got some extra goodies. And maybe you will as well. Hopefully they'll all become commercially available. This dragon on the back of the box just looks amazing. So let's open this up. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, I totally forgot about something. Really important, this deck of cards, which comes in the original base game, in like the base get box. We need to do this first. I do apologize. Totally forgot about this. Cards are almost always my favorite part. So let's see if we can separate these. Got some artifacts here, equipment. We've got dread spells, and in the original base game they were chaos spells, and they changed them to dread spells. Okay, why not? Water spells, earth spells, fire spells, air spells, and treasure cards. Let's do treasure first. So we've got the gem, gold, hazard. Yeah, that definitely looks like a hazard. Different hazard. Heroic brew. Jewels. Potion of defense. Potion of healing. More potions of healing. Potion of strength. And of course the wandering monster cards. And that's the rest of those. So there are the treasure cards. And let's see, look at some equipment. Battle axe, bracers, broadsword, chainmail, crossbow, dagger, hand axe, helmet, holy water, longsword, plate mail. I think this is way more equipment cards that come in this box than the original. I'm trying to remember. Potion of speed, shield, short sword, staff, and a toolkit.
Hey, it's me again, and this is my face. Sorry about that. I know a lot of times that I will dress my face up or some part of me up and have silly, goofy antics that are sort of thematic to the board game that we're unboxing that particular day. Don't have that today. Don't know where my wizard and barbarian costumes are. But this is a long board game unboxing video, so I just wanted to give you a little bit of a respite from looking straight down at the table. And I just want to mention a couple things. We are well aware that the internet is full of, or parts of the internet are full of forums and comments about people being really upset at the production of the 2021 HeroQuest. People see it as just a cash grab because it's essentially the exact same game as it was in 1989. And that some people were hoping for, revamped rules and new modules, new quests, new material. And if you did get the Mythic tier, which is now available on the secondary market. I don't know if you can get this particular box retail or not, which is really the new content that was not available in '89. A lot of people, wanted those expanded rules and updated rules versus, an old school roll and move dungeon crawl style game. And to all of those complaints and frustrations, I say, yes, I hear that, but for so many gamers, this was a gateway game into the wonderful world of games that we now enjoy. And, the space is glutted with dungeon crawls. Some of them are wonderful, some of them are okay, some you can really kind of skip. But dungeon crawls in 2022 and for the past 10 years have gotten increasingly complex, and that just serves as a barrier to get new people into the hobby. Even people who might play a pencil and paper RPG, tabletop RPG, will see something like, new versions of Descent or Sword and Sorcery, or, the list goes on, and have a really difficult time getting over the rules hump or getting over the components hump. By creating another version of HeroQuest that's accessible to all, because the '89 editions weren't moving, you could get them on eBay or Amazon for like $600-700 used. By making this game accessible again, Hasbro has once again created a gateway dungeon crawling game for new people. The rules are very simple. The maps are very simple. Creating new components to the game is very simple. It's not a gateway game like Catan is, just to pick one, or Carcassonne, or Dominion, or whatever. But this being HeroQuest is a terrific gateway dungeon crawling game for people who want to get into it, who are interested, are like, I want to be hero, maybe, but I can't commit to a full-length fantasy D&D campaign. I don't want to create a character just for one night of scenario, but I can listen to a few page rules, hold a few cards, and see how going through one dungeon goes, and then who knows. So we here at Corax and Coffee actually think having the publishers doing basically complete reprint of the 1989 edition in 2021 and making it available retail is a wonderful addition to the game space. You may disagree, your mileage may vary. That's it for my face for right now until the end of the video. Let's get back to unboxing.
All right, let's do some spells. So we've got the air spells here. You've got the Genie, Swift Wind, and Tempest. Then for Earth spells, have Heal Body, Pass Through Rock, and Rock Skin. We've got Fire spells, Ball of Flame, Courage, and Fire of Wrath. And then water spells, Sleep, Veil of Mist, and Water of Healing. All right, now let's look at some artifacts. Rod of Telekinesis, Elixir of Life, Fortune's Longsword, Orc's Bane, Phantom Blade, Ring of Return, Ring of Fortitude, Spell Ring, Spirit Blade, Talisman of Lore, Wand of Magic, Wizard's Cloak, Wizard's Staff, and Borin's Armor. And then we have some dread spells here. Ball of Flame, yikes. Cloud of Dread, double yikes. Command, Escape, Fear, Firestorm, yikes, yikes, yikes. Lightning Bolt, Rust, Sleep, Summon Orcs, Summon Undead, and Tempest. And let's see what these are about. Oh, these are the monster cards. So we have got the Dread Warrior, the Abomination. Okay, maybe that replaced the Femur. Gargoyle, Goblin, Mummy, Orc, Skeleton, Zombie. Yep, the Zombie does have the sword and the shield. Okay, there you go. And then it looks like we have the hero cards. So we've got the Barbarian, the Dwarf, the Elf. That's right, it was the Elf, not the Fighter. And the Wizard. And then we have some just character reminder cards, character aid cards. We'll look at movement and actions. Nice. Okay, so now that is everything that comes in the base game with all those cards. So now we truly can move on to this box here. Again, I apologize. All right, so right away we have some cardboard cutouts, and it looks like, I don't know what these are. They're all green and eerie and creepy, which is amazing. But they look like different parts of a dragon and skeletons and whatnot. Not really sure. But you get a whole bunch of those. Cool. And then there is this cardboard, which is double-sided. Looks like an extra room or room layover. Not really sure. But that's going to be involved in a quest at some point. And then we have 3 quest books in here. Prophecy of Talor, quest book by Stephen Baker. Spirit Queen's Torment, quest book by Teos Abadia. I apologize if I'm butchering that name. And then this is the one that everyone was waiting for. The Crypt of Perpetual Darkness, quest book by Joe Manganiello. And this is going to be amazing. I am not going to show any of the quests in these books. I'm going to let you discover these on your own. Opening these up would be just too many spoilers, I think. Can't make everybody happy. I'm sure some people would want to see them. Other people would be upset. So, what can you do? So we have some more cards here, and then a whole host more minis. And then more dice, which are, I think, basically the same. And then we've got some miniatures in here as well. Okay. So, let's look at a few of these minis here. If I can pull them up, they are real, and they're really, really secure. So this guy looks terrifying. Looks like some sort of mer monster, merman or mer lady or mer person. Oh wow, I'm glad I flipped that over. Look at that. Look at those tentacles. That's fantastic. And then this is very clearly a Cthulhu type figure. And then this massive dragon mini, this is what everybody's been waiting for. Maybe not everybody, but certainly me. Oh, that is just absolutely gorgeous. And heavy and big. Look at comparison for size there. All right. Let's pull this guy out. This guy has got this sledgehammer. And there are tons of minis to explore here. and it would take forever to go through all of them, but you can just get a basic idea of all the minis that come in that box. So let's look at some cards. And we have some artifact cards, some warlock spells and equipment, some bard spells, more equipment, druid spells, and character cards. Okay, so let's look at this equipment first real quick. We have a wand, we have a dagger, and we have a rapier. And then the character cards, we have a bard, a warlock, a druid, and a wizard. And for artifacts, we have Crown of Shadows and a dragon spear. And then these are the warlock spells. We have demon form, not deform, demon form, fear, dark wings, bard spells. We have inspiring tale, of course, healing song, of course, and lullaby. I imagine it's kind of like sleep, but maybe there's some differences. And then we have druid spells, life force, these are very thematic, pixie, and shapeshift. And actually, let's go back to these minis real quick, because let's just take a look at the hero minis, if I can pull them out real quick. So I assume this is the bard. Try and get into focus there. And this is clearly the wizard of the alternate minis. And then, let's see, which of these going to be? One of these is the warlock and one of these is the druid. So I think that's the warlock. Actually, no, strike that. That is the druid. We're supposed to be the druid. And then this is the warlock. I'm trying to make it easy to see there for y'all. Alright. Now we have this mystery box. Heroic contents. 5 miniatures and 4 character cards. And it looks like we have what could be a female barbarian on the back. Yeah, so we have 5 minis there. And then we have these character cards. So yes, here is a female representation of a barbarian, which is amazing that they have these alternatives. And dwarf, an elf, and wizard. So they're the 4 character cards. Love it. And here you can see the different minis. I'm not sure why there are 5 minis here rather than 4, but we'll have to investigate that later. All right. Now we have 2 additional packs. We have Return of the Witch Lord quest pack and Keller's Keep quest pack. Which to open first? Let's take a look on the back side. Let's do Keller's Keep first, and then we'll do the Witch Lord. And right away we have the Keller's Keep quest book, which I am not going to spoil right now, but you can discover that on your own. Suffice it to say, there are, I'll just tell you, probably a good 15 or more quests in this book. And then we have some cardboard punch-outs. And I'm wondering what these magic hands do. Single-sided. I'm excited to find out. These are all single-sided punches. Looks like you have walls and chests and some kind of monolith here. Very nice. More cards. We have kind of a wooden closed door. And then we have this demon tomb stone thing. Make sure you've got good equipment before you bust in on that. I'll tell you that right now. And then we have a whole bunch of minis. Let's see. And many of these we've seen before. We've got these guys. Have these mace type things. We've seen these, I think these are abominations, I want to say. We've seen these guys before. Looks like another goblin. But tons and tons more minis. Then we have even more cards. So some equipment, artifacts. So for equipment, we have Potion of Battle, Potion of Dexterity, Potion of Restoration, Venom Antidote, all right. And then for artifacts, we have Fire Ring, Magical Throwing Dagger, Spell Scroll, another 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 Spell Scroll. We're going to be scrolling some spells. And that's it. Tons of spell scrolls. Why not? All right. And last, and I assume not least, we have the Return of the Witch Lord quest pack. And we have another hefty quest book here. And again, I'm not going to open this and spoil it for you. I want to in some ways, but I don't want to in others, so please do discover that on your own. More punch-outs, including this very intriguing yet terrifying Skull Throne Room. Single-sided, but a whole bunch of other stuff to discover here. Look at these tombs, gravestones. Again, pack of cards, a whole bunch of minis, skeletons and zombies and mummies. So you should hopefully not be short miniatures if you have all of these expansions. And we have, looks like another one of these demon doors, another hefty wooden door. Again, make sure you've got good equipment. And then in our final card pack unwrapping, we have some equipment and artifacts. So for equipment, Potion of Battle, Potion of Dexterity, okay, we've seen these before, Potion of Restoration, and Venom Antidote, same as the Keller's Keep. Anti-Poison Quill for artifacts, Armband of Healing, Dust of Disappearance, Magical Throwing Dagger, where has this been all my life? Rabbit Boots, Spell Scroll, is this all going to be Spell Scrolls? It sure is, and 5 Spell Scrolls. And that is everything that comes in the Return of the Witchlord quest pack. And that is everything, my dear friends, that comes in the HeroQuest, the Hasbro HeroQuest Mythic tier order.
So yeah, that's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. I'm really excited that I was able to unbox all of this for you today. And I'm really excited because when I was a kid, I did not have these 2 expansions. I bought the original HeroQuest, which I actually have. I want to prove to you that I have. Back from 1989, I think I bought mine in 91, 92, something like that, before it got discontinued. I wanted to show you I have this original box and kind of prove to you that I actually have more than just the game board, which I also have. But I have all of this other stuff, these bits and components and rule books and screens and all of these awesome minis that I actually put in this nice plastic container. If I can open it here, you can see all of those old school 1989 minis. And then you have all of this old furniture, this cardboard furniture, which doesn't need to be painted. I actually did want to show you one thing in particular from the 1989 version, which is that while I do enjoy the weapon armory cards in the 2021 edition of the game, I really like this old armory kind of component screen from the 89 edition. And the reason is that because it's all in one place and there's only one copy of it, players almost have a physical place that they have to go, like, oh, I want the short sword, please. I want the battle axe, please. It's almost like you're going to a brick and mortar store on this card, and I wish they included something like this in the 2021 edition of the game. They did not. I also want to show you, as I was pulling out this old version of the game, apparently at some point in the past I created my own quest book so I could write my own quests in here, which I'll show you, and it's nothing, I never got farther than that, or further I should say. It's just blank pages, but clearly at one point in my youth I was committed to having a place where I could create my own quests for the game. Maybe I'll do that now. I hope you did enjoy this unboxing video. We've got more unboxing videos in the future. Check out our website at coraxandcoffee.com. Check out our podcast. I know I've mentioned both versions of this game on the podcast before. Until next time, I'm your host, Pete Steele. Take care all.